Kraft, he's out. Josh Jacobs is not going to play here today. He really relies on them, not only in the run game, but also in the passing game specifically. Otherwise, he's going deep to Christian Watson.
Yeah, their game plan has been a lot of, over the years, trying to stretch it downfield. You'll see Love take some shots, a little more of that Brett Favre-style gunslinger type thing, and they have guys that can get downfield. Christian Watson, when he's healthy, obviously is high on that list, but you'll see him throw the ball up for grabs as part of that, and I think that's where Tucker Kraft had made a big difference for them. He had become a lot of that safety valve, so them not having him, they have struggled offensively without him, and I think Josh Jacobs being out today as well is another way where they could struggle. I mean, Brian Flores has blitzed Jordan Love a lot over the last couple of years playing him. I think they will try to throw a lot of things at him today, especially when he doesn't have as many of those safety valves as he wants on the field. I think they'll try to throw some things at him, see if they can get him to turn the ball over. He has not turned it over much this year, but I imagine they're going to try to test him today.
Real quick one here. Micah Parsons, 8 sacks. He wrecks offenses and changed basically from a 3-4 to a 4-3.
Yeah, they can put him anywhere they want, and they will. He's one of those guys you have to be aware of at all times because he changes everything about your protections. He is a game wrecker in the classic sense. He's a big piece of it for the Packers today. The Vikings have to have an answer for him.
All right, Ben. Great stuff as always. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Muss. Enjoy the game.
Ben Gessling, Star Tribune, StarTribune.com. Coming up here next, Pete Persich has a sit-down with Miles Price. We'll get that interview, plus PA sitting down with the coach, KOC. That's all coming up here. Before the boom, this is Vikings football.
It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design. So let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, it's Paul Allen, and for decades I've been telling you to go to Continental Diamond to buy your engagement ring. I have Andy here. Why do you think Continental Diamond has been so successful over the years?
It's definitely because of our we care more attitude, PA. We have an amazing team that genuinely cares about providing our clients the best experience and the most value.
For 25 years, wow, a quarter century, I've been promising and they've been delivering. Visit Continental Diamond in St. Louis Park or ContinentalDiamond.com.
Hey Vikings fans, I'm Taylor of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders, and here's our best kept secret, Pure Luxe Med Spa. Laser hair removal at Pure Luxe is a game changer. Voted best med spa and laser hair removal by the Star Tribune, they keep us game day ready with Botox, filler, and our favorite, the Diamond Glow Facial. Visit mypurelux.com/skull to book your appointment today. Pure Luxe Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on carswapusa.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of carswapusa.com,
You can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
if you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
carswapusa.com. We deliver.
whether you're buying or selling. Make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings are teaming up to put you in the ride of your dreams. Picture this, you behind the wheel of a brand new 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Nice picture. Make it happen. Stop by your local Quick Trip, and for every $1 you spend using Quick Rewards, you'll earn a point to spend in the Vikings Fan Zone. Buy special qualifying products and earn bonus Fan Zone points. Kick off your winning season the right way with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. Details at quicktrip.com/fanzone.
This is FM 100.3. KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Welcome back to Lambeau Field. Pete Persich now joined by Miles Price. And Miles, been an unbelievably good campaign for you your rookie year. What's it like to have come in here and won that kickoff return job, the punt return job? It's not easy to do.
It's definitely not easy to do, but it's probably my favorite thing that I do. You know, I love doing it. I've been doing it all my life. A huge blessing. You know, all I can do is thank God for putting me in this position and allowing me to make it this far.
Now, just being a good athlete or being a good receiver doesn't make you a good kick returner.
Right.
What is it that goes into being a good kick returner? Because I hate to break it to you, but guys like you end up being special teams coaches down the road, just because you just know a little bit more. So what's the difference between catching kicks and catching passes?
I would say the spin of the ball. You know, it's not spinning spirally. You know, it's an end over end ball. You know, reading that ball, understanding your opponent, I think is a big thing. Knowing where the punter's trying or the kicker's trying to kick the ball. Knowing how you can get a jump on the ball, understanding, okay, if I have a little stronger wind to me, you know, I'm going to have to, that ball might come at me a little different. So, you know, just figuring out all those little small details that you can figure out as you go through the league. You know, I think that's the biggest thing about being a kick returner.
And how important was it for you to be at a place like Indiana? And congratulations, your alma mater is playing unbelievably well. So we'll take a minute to talk about them if you'd like. But quite the all-purpose year that you had in Indiana. Right. What part of that is carried forward to this year?
I think the big thing for me was when I got there, Coach Sig, you know, one thing he would always tell me when I got back there for punt return and kick return is you have the organization in your hands. And I think that stuck with me big time. You know, that's all I think about most of the time when I go back there. Like, man, you put this ball on the ground like that. The organization is literally in your hands. Everybody's counting on you. It's that one play, make it or break it type mentality, you know. So I think that was the biggest thing for me when I returned kicks at Indiana and now that I'm here. And then, like you said, Indiana, you know, they've been playing great. I love watching them play. I text Coach Sig and Coach Shanahan, the offensive coordinator, all the time, like just congratulating them and telling the guys how excited and happy I am for them.
When you came here, coach changed, obviously, Matt Daniels. What have you learned from him, and how important has he been in your transition to the NFL?
No, he's been huge. You know, when I first got here, I was struggling a bit to catch kicks. You know, I was coming off of, you know, you've been training for 40-yard dashes and 5-10-5s. You know, you're not really training as much for returning the ball. You get a little return work here and there, but when I got here, you know, it was kind of tough for me early on. And when we were about to leave for the little break we had, you know, he told me, like, you have a real shot. Just make sure when you go back home, you're working on returning the ball because you have a real chance. So, you know, I really took that to heart. And that was always in the back of my mind when I'm doing my workouts, you know, just trying to, any way I can get any punter, no matter if it was a high school punter, you know, I'm going to try to get somebody out there to punt to me and just help me. And then another thing he's helped me with is just understanding how big of a role it can be by, like, you have the chance to change the game in one play. You know, you get one shot, one kill. That's what we always talk about. So I think that's my mindset when it comes to this. You know, I get one opportunity. The ball's got to come to me. And when it comes to me, all I got to do is secure the catch and make a play. And that's what I do best.
And that's part of the whole thing, right? Offense, defense, then special teams.
Right.
And having been a special teams player most of the time, you exchange more yards on special teams than any other time. I mean, it's an unbelievably important role.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, you know. Can you ask that question one more time?
No, I was just saying, I'm just asking you to expound on the fact that it's, you know, you get how important that is. Yes, you have the organization in your hand, and yes, you can change the entire game in one play. And just all the nuances that go into it and the rules too, right? I mean,
a bunch of rules. The rules get me sometimes too. One of the rules got me last week. So the first kickoff, they kicked the ball and it landed in the landing zone, and it gave a funny bounce. It was already coming at me funny, so I kind of bagged up to catch it on the one hop, and it gave me a funny bounce. And then went out the back of the end zone. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. It's going to the 35. I get to the sideline, and coach is like, why you didn't catch it? I'm like, coach, it was coming at me funny, but we getting it on the 35. it's on the 20. I'm like, oh no. I felt dumb after that.
Well, yeah, but that's the way you learn, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So the room you occupy, you know, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Naylor, Jordan Addison, Adam Thielen.
Right.
That's a lot of wisdom in that room. What have they given to you so far?
All they do is give me a hard time. That's all they know. I love those guys to death, man. You know, every time I'm out there on scout team, you know, I come back and always something they can tell me I could have did better or anything. Just watching being able to go behind those guys and watch them all the time, you know, through routes on there, through individual time, just picking up little parts of their games and trying to add it to my game.
Yeah, and are you faster than Jalen Naylor?
Yes, we have this discussion all the time, actually.
Why do they call him Speedy?
I don't know. They think I'm slow, and I tell them I'm not slow. Like, they swear I'm slow. I think they just like giving me a hard time.
We'll find out. Real quick, you ever been in Lambeau Field before?
Never.
No, it's a special place. There's no better place to win a football game.
So I've heard.
Than in Lambeau Field. So thank you very much for your time and good luck today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Paul Allen with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell is next right here on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network.
It's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And Jerkface Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hon, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
All right, team, huddle up. It's game time at Mystic Lake. Score season-long prizes with drawings, giveaways, and more action at the official casino of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch a $15 round-trip ride to U.S. Bank Stadium for a Minnesota Vikings home game with Mystic Lake Game Day Park and Ride. And raise a glass to victory with game day food and drink specials at Hop House, the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination. Check out the latest casino promotions at mysticlake.com. You don't want to miss out.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
A winning team needs great players. At Trade Home Shoes, we have legendary players like Birkenstock, Brooks, New Balance, UGG, Adidas, and Nike. We also have top performers like Hoka, On, Olakai, Ufos, Ultra, and a rising star, Rival. Whether you're gearing up for game day or the daily hustle, score a winning pair for the whole family at Trade Home Shoes. Proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Hey, Vikings fans, Ben Lieber here. Looking for a healthy place for the entire family? Well, Lifetime, the official athletic country club of the Minnesota Vikings, champions healthy, happy lives for every member of the family. My wife really enjoys the Pilates classes, and I like a good interval workout on the treadmill. With over 25 clubs in the Twin Cities area that feature 100 classes a week, spacious workout floors, a relaxing spa, healthy cafe, and so much more, families truly can do it all at Lifetime. Get your family going today at lifetime.life to find a location near you.
They're getting ready, so you should too. Have KFAN as your #1 preset on the iHeart app and never miss a play.
All righty, welcome back to Football Americana. This is Lambeau Field, and it's the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers coming up shortly. Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, 4-2 lifetime against the Green Bay Packers, including 2 consecutive victories here at Lambeau Field. In fact, Kevin's very first victory as head coach of the Minnesota Vikings in 2022 was against the Green Bay Packers. So not a bad way to start. From a coaching standpoint, you beat a division team to start. From a fan standpoint, you beat the team that Vikings fans always want you to beat.
Yeah, I still remember that day vividly of seeing the two teams take the field, and you could just feel the energy at US Bank Stadium, and you felt the rivalry as somebody who had not been a part of it up until that day, and now I've certainly felt it ever since. And they've got themselves a good football team this year, playing a lot of talented players that they've acquired, and we're going to need to play well today, PA. And luckily, we had a great week of practice. Our team has a lot of confidence despite kind of where we're at in the season. I think they're excited to attack this opportunity together and go try to get a third one here at Lambeau in a row.
The Minnesota Moving Company, Kevin's offensive line, goes full strength for the very first time this season. Just the way I phrase that, full strength from Darisaw over to O'Neal. First time this season. What excites you about that?
Well, what excites it the most is seeing that group together this week in practice and feeling Ryan Kelly's poise with Donovan Jackson and Will Fries next to him being the foundation of the interior, those three guys. And then, they're 71 and 75, and just what the original vision for that was. I would have loved to see it a lot earlier than just a few days here before Thanksgiving, but I'm excited to have those guys out there, and we're going to need them today. I mean, Green Bay's really put together a very, very formidable front, and not only just on the edges, they've got some good interior players and backers that blitz really well. So that group is together for the first time today, and we're going to need them to play well together for the first time today against this group.
All right, so with Jackson, Kelly, and Fries specifically, do you like your chances to run powerfully between the tackles, not just today, but moving forward?
Yeah, and we've been, even throughout the season, PA, with even the 10 or so linemen that we have played, the 16, 17, whatever combinations we've played, we've had some success this year running downhill, and that's a credit to those guys. It's a credit to Oliver on the edge, with TJ Hawkinson having a really great year blocking as well. And then our backs, finding the vision and using their vision to find the space. We've been really efficient in the run game with our yards per carry. What I'd like to see is a little bit of what we saw against Chicago on that touchdown run last week. Let's get some explosives on the tape. Let's do the work required out of all 11 to see if we can take some of these efficient runs and turn them into 15, 20, 25 plus, and really take our run game to the next level.
Now, Green Bay's approach to the run, and I think I've heard you say this before, but I know I've either read or heard others say it, that it's a respected, multifaceted approach to the run. Like, what does all that mean?
Well, I think they do a lot of different things from a blocking schematic standpoint, but they also do a lot of things in the gun, and they'll run RPOs with some very well designed blocking run plays, but they'll throw off of certain defenders, and then they'll have run solutions, we call them, where they have answers for pressure. And then they'll get big with two tight ends in there, and they'll try to play power football as well, and they'll marry a lot of that stuff up in the play action game. So it's a good, well-designed NFL offense. Matt does a great job. Obviously, they've got a great coaching staff here in Green Bay, and they've tried to build the type of team that matches with that, with Jordan Love running the show, a lot of depth at the receiver position, and obviously what Josh Jacobs has meant to them since they acquired him. It's a group you've got to play well schematically against, but also it comes down to getting off blocks, defeating blocks, knocking back that line of scrimmage, and trying to play on their side of the line of scrimmage. Regardless of all those things I just talked about, simple principles of defensive football is what will get it done today, and physicality is the word.
And the Milwaukee Moving Company, so to speak, is going through some things that the Vikings have during the course of the season, specifically with their center. Last one, Will Reichert. Does Reichert have a max distance when kicking outdoors? Like, what's the farthest you'd give him a try?
Well, we have those numbers today after going through pregame and feeling what the wind is like, and just obviously the colder temperatures. It's actually a beautiful day, all things considered, here at Lambeau today. So we'll set those numbers, and I normally, Matt Daniels likes to give me those numbers right before kickoff here in a few minutes, and we'll apply those, and then they can change. We've seen that before where, especially at this place, you can have the wind blowing one way in the first quarter, and by the third quarter it's going the opposite way, or is ramped up a few miles per hour. So all you have to know is my confidence level is sky high for Will Reichert, and whatever we determine that range is to take it. That's kind of the farthest range, and then we've got our make it range where Will knows we're putting that through the uprights if we ask him to trot out there and take a kick.
Oh, we better hurry. I mean, I see Matt and Dahlman waiting for you over there. Now I feel bad like I'm slowing things. So tear it up at Lambeau Field today. Appreciate you, Coach. God bless you and your family, and we'll talk to you after the game, all right?
You're the best, PA.
Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen. The Boom from Lambeau Field coming up around the corner. It's the Vikings and the Packers on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network, so it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Follow the leader. Minnesota sports leader is FM 100.3, KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Showtime, baby. You know what's going on. Let's go, Vikings. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get it up.
Minnesota Vikings football is on the air. All across the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Vikings football is proudly presented by the following broadcast partners. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, your local Northland Ford dealers, Polaris, and by Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following. U.S. Bank, Jacob Leinenkugel's Brewing Company, 3M, and by Lumen.
Touchdown! To the 30, down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds.
Now let's go live to Lambeau Field. To 3 guys thankful the tundra isn't frozen today. Along with former Vikings Pete Bursich and Ben Lieber. Here with the call of today's game, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Hey, happy Sunday and welcome to Football Americana. Welcome to Lambeau Field for Border Battle 130. It's the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers coming up a couple of minutes from now. The Minnesota Vikings have won 2 consecutive games at Lambeau Field. Kevin O'Connell, coach of the Vikings, 4-2 lifetime against Green Bay's coach, Matt LaFleur, and his Packers. And the Vikings swept Green Bay last year. If the Vikings can win today for a 3rd consecutive time at Lambeau Field, that accomplishment would take place for the first time in nearly 35 years. The respective captains are meeting on the Green Bay logo at center field. The next voice you'll hear will be that of Carl Sheffers. He's the referee today, and his staff calls the 2nd most penalties of all the crews in the NFL.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is the coin that we'll be using for today's toss. The NFL logo is heads. The other side is tails. Minnesota gets to call the toss. He's called tails. It is heads. Green Bay has won the toss, and will defer their choice to the second half.
All right, so Green Bay wins and gives the ball to J.J. McCarthy, who is undefeated on the road. We're going to head down to the sidelines now, and here is Ben Lieber's Minnesota Vikings players to follow.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pierre. I'm glad you said players because I'm looking at Jalen Redmond and Javon Hargrave. Listen, the Packers lost their starting center several weeks ago, and they've had to reshuffle the interior offensive line. They've had to move starting right guard John Ryan to center. And unfortunately for him, he's had a 45.6 pass blocking grade, not great. Then they moved left tackle Jordan Morgan to the right guard position, and he hasn't played much better. And you may actually see rookie tackle Anthony Belton get some snaps at that right guard spot because they are not solidified with their pass protection between those two. So looking at guys like Hargrave and Redmond, I'm really hoping that those guys can expose those two specifically and create some chaos inside.
All right, Nacho Lieber, Pete Bursich, yours truly, Paul Allen, with on-site producer Chris Hockey. The engineer is is Jared Wells, and the stats and numbers controlled today by Brian Harper with the Vikings Entertainment Network. This will be Brian's final road game he'll be attending while working for the Minnesota Vikings, and it's been an absolute treat working with Brian for nearly 2 decades. Both Pete and I, Ben Lieber certainly, and hopefully the Minnesota Vikings can send him off to the 702 with a road victory against the Green Bay Packers. Border Battle 130, Carl Shepard's the referee. Once again, his crew calls the second most penalties of any staff in the NFL, including the second most defensive pass interference calls and the most defensive holdings. The Packers are set to kick it off to Miles Price, and boom! The 2025 border battle from Lambeau Field between the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers is in the air. And we're going to have a rare touchback to begin festivities. And the Minnesota Vikings offense will head out to the field first, led by J.J. McCarthy. He is undefeated on the road and winless at home. Now, with McCarthy, his first 2 possessions through all of his starts, his passer rating is 125.9 and yards per attempt 8.5. He's working behind the Full Throttle Minnesota Moving Company, which has gone to full strength for the first time this year. Christian Darrisaw, Donovan Jackson, welcome back Ryan Kelly. Will Fry's next to him, Brian O'Neill, the right tackle. It's 1st and 10 for Minnesota. Border Battle 130 from the 35. Hawkinson in motion to the left. Handoff Aaron Jones right into the teeth of the Green Bay Packers defense, and the former Packer is able to forge clear for a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Now, Aaron Jones had 139 scrimmage yards against this Green Bay Packers team when we were here last year in September. In fact, when the Vikings beat the Packers here last year in a high-scoring game, that's the last time the Green Bay Packers allowed a touchdown in the first quarter. The Vikings got 2 on them that day. Justin Jefferson is to the right, opposite Kayshawn Nixon, and to the left, Jordan Addison. It's another run to Aaron Jones, and he runs to a first down right side, across the 45 to the 50. Aaron Jones to the 49 with a gallop of 13, Mr. Analyst.
Yeah, Paul, we talked about the run in the pregame, and that's a perfect example of it. You run for it on 1st and 10, you get 3 yards, and then there's a change. With Carl Brooks coming out and then Tyron Hopper, the extra linebacker, coming in. The safeties are too high. We run the football again and then tack on another 10. So I love the mix-up of running the football on 2nd down.
The Packers defense is down their leading tackler and best run stopper, Quay Walker. McCarthy, play action. Fastball over the middle, caught at the 34-yard line by Justin Jefferson between the hash marks. It's a hit of 15 yards. McCarthy to Jefferson, and another first down.
And Paul, that's exactly what we're talking about with Quay Walker being out. You have younger linebackers in there. That's the area that the linebackers are going to be in. Play action right over the middle of the field. Nice job by McCarthy to wait a second longer to let that window open.
First down from the Green Bay 34. McCarthy, shotgun. He's going to throw the ball way over the head of Aaron Jones to the left because an on-charging duo that's quite good, Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons, got all up in JJ's mix at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, between the two of them, they have 15.5 sacks. Micah Parsons, 57 quarterback pressures, number 1 in the NFL, 17 hits. And don't forget, Rashawn Gary with 32 quarterback pressures. And the bad part, Paul, is on 3rd and long, they'll put both these guys next to each other on one side of your offensive line.
Jalen Naylor in motion to the left. 3 receiving options left. Jefferson to the right on 2nd and 10. McCarthy out of the shotgun. He's going to attempt to throw a screen to the left side. It bounced off a player picked up by Hawkinson in case it was a live ball, but it wasn't. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the Green Bay 34. The Vikings ran the ball the first 2 plays for 18 yards. Now they've gone throw, incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Javon Bullard, the nickel, to just anticipate that. And had Javon turned his head around, he might have intercepted that football and taken it the other way.
McCarthy is 35% this year completions on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 10 from the Green Bay 34. First possession of Border Battle 130. McCarthy, shotgun. Here's a big rush to the right, so he sidearms it to Aaron Jones. It's incomplete. So the Vikings get a couple of first downs. Then they throw 3 consecutive times and go 3 and out. So Will Reichert is in to attempt a 51-yard field goal. He's 19 of 21 this year on field goals. He's a couple of makes from 50 and beyond from passing Greg Joseph for the 2nd most in the history of Vikings football. This will be 52 yards right hash. Andrew DePaula snaps. Ryan Wright holds. Snap. Spot. Reichert, big right-footed kick is up, and it is good. Minnesota Vikings get the ball first, travel down the field, and get a Will Reichert 52-yard field goal on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. 12:53 to go in the first quarter. Minnesota 3, Green Bay 0. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
When a loved one's memory starts to fade, it's more than forgetting names or dates. It's watching pieces of their life quietly slip away. At the Wellshire Memory Care, it isn't just treatment, it's understanding. The team at Wellshire provides specialized support, dignity, and a safe environment where every moment matters. If your family is facing the challenges of Alzheimer's or dementia, the Wellshire is here to walk that journey with you, with compassion and with care. Visit the Wellshire today at WellshireMN.com, WellshireMN.com.
Mesh, Besher, and Spence. The lawyer you choose makes a difference.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice at Viking Lakes. Beginning November 21st, Winter Solstice is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting magic of lights, drive-through experience, gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree, skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, powered by Xfinity, and save the date for the Viking Lakes Ice Festival, returning January 16th. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Hey Vikings fans, I'm Taylor of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders, and here's our best kept secret, Pure Luxe Med Spa. Laser hair removal at Pure Luxe is a game changer. Voted best med spa and laser hair removal by the Star Tribune, they keep us game day ready with Botox, filler, and our favorite, the Diamond Glow Facial. Visit mypurelux.com/skull to book your appointment today. Pure Luxe Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders.
Meat Sauce here. Vikings, Packers now. The only thing cool about the Packers is Lambeau Field. The rest of it is just hideous. Power Trip Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. Bye.
Caught the Hail Mary to win
your Vikings have taken a 3-0 lead at Lambeau Field. That field goal by Will Reichert means another donation to Field Goals for Charity, courtesy of Innovative and Post-it Brands. Learn more at nmdp.org/Vikings. Boom! There's Reichert's kick following the field goal. Here comes rookie Savion Williams to the 10, 15, 20, far side. Angles to the left and is taken down by Tyler Batty at about the 30-yard line. And now, after the 25-yard return, here comes Jordan Love leading a Green Bay Packers offense that is down running back Josh Jacobs and rookie receiver Matthew Golden. Now, in 2025, when Jordan Love has Josh Jacobs in the game, he has 10 touchdowns and 0 picks. He completes 73% of his passes. When Jacobs is not in the game, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, just 60%. The Vikings are down Jonathan Grenard, who was not able to get that shoulder right for the game. 3-0 Minnesota, 1st and 10 for Jordan Love from his own 30. Puts Dontavian Wicks in motion, hands it to Emmanuel Wilson. That's the Josh Jacobs fill-in, and he's swallowed up by Jalen Redmond. That'll be a gain of 0, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Packers are going no huddle, trying to get some tempo early, but what a great play by Redmond.
Love out of the shotgun. Emmanuel Wilson to his right. The Vikings rush forward. Then Van Ginkel blitzes late. It's a dump over the middle to Wilson. Caught at the 34. Joshua Metellus stops him at the 37. So that'll be a passing gain of 7, making it 3rd and 3 for Green Bay. The Packers have the number 1 third down offense in the NFL, completing first downs 49% of the time.
Yeah, their offense this year, Paul, has been very, very good, especially throwing the football. But and then for the Vikings, Eric Wilson really playing outside linebacker. So they're going dime, and Eric Wilson's really filling in for Jonathan Grenard.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Very high snap to Love, who throws to the right side. It's caught, first down. Christian Watson right in front of the Vikings bench at the 49. Kind of an effortless pitch and catch for a first down. It's a gain of 12.
Yeah, a little bit too easy, I think, is Josh Metellus just a little bit too much or too forward. Too high. It's kind of a high-low, kind of a cover 2 beater, and he needs to sink and get more of that. And, you look at Christian Watson, Paul, 2 touchdown receptions against the Giants a week ago. He had a deep ball that he dropped, so he's become a bigger part of this passing game with guys like Tyler Kraft out.
1st and 10 from the 49. Pistol formation. Love in the short shotgun. Wilson behind him. They go to Emmanuel. He heads to the left side. Blake Cashman slows him, and then Metellus and Isaiah Rodgers bring him down after a gain of 4 yards. Emmanuel Wilson, 3rd year from Fort Valley State. He has 1 touchdown this year. The other running back they'll use is named Chris Brooks, 3rd year from BYU. Wilson to the right of Love out of the shotgun on 2nd down, 3-0 Vikings first quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Love back to pass. He'll throw to Musgrave, left side, incomplete. Flag came in late. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, singled up against Joshua Metellus. Flag came in at about the 20-yard line.
Are you kidding me on that?
Happened.
If they're going to get Josh Metellus on this, he's covering a tight end.
Pass interference, number 44. Defense. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Very, very dicey call because Musgrave had his arm actually behind Josh Metellus. I mean, it was tucked underneath his arm. He put his arm there, and they're going to call it on Metellus. So Green Bay.
Number 70 reports is eligible. Number 70 is eligible.
Yeah, Green Bay benefiting. You talked about this crew before, Paul, and how many penalties they call.
Yeah.
That was a well-played football, in my opinion, by Josh Metellus.
24-yard penalty. Extra offensive lineman is Darian Kennard for Green Bay. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 23. First quarter, Minnesota up 3-0. Toss right, Emmanuel Wilson, and he puts the pedal to the metal at the point of attack, turns it up inside the numbers, hit at the 20, falls ahead to the 19 for a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Carl Scheffer's staff, once again, calls the 2nd most penalties of any staff in the NFL. They called the 2nd most defensive pass interference and the most defensive holding, and we were on the wrong side of one early.
Yeah, we were. Another interesting part is we're yet to see Dallas Turner on this opening drive to get in there at all for the Vikings defense.
Eric Wilson is the right edge. Andrew Van Ginkel the left edge. Christian Watson in motion to the right. Jordan Love out of the shotgun. Chris Brooks checks in as the tailback. Blake Cashman blitzes. Love. He'll throws short left to Dontavian Wicks, caught at the 15. Outside the numbers to the 10. Drags Vikings to the 5. And he'll pile drive his way to the 1. 18-yard connection. Love to Dontavian Wicks. First and goal, Green Bay from the 1.
I think you need Eric Wilson out there because Isaiah Rodgers had to drop back for the 7 route that was occurring behind him. And we just didn't have anyone out there in the flat. So great job by Jordan Love finding the open receiver, getting the ball out quickly, and allowing him some time to turn it up and run. So now the Packers first and goal from the 1-yard line.
And Love goes under center. The center is Sean Ryan. Elton Jenkins, their preferred center, been out for a while with an injury. First and goal, handoff to Wilson, goes up the middle, runs head first into Levi Drake Rodriguez, but he will plunge into the end zone for a Green Bay Packers touchdown, and Green Bay leads 6-3.
Yeah, that's just wanting it more, right? They just decided, hey, first and goal from the 1, we're going to hand this thing off. We're not going to block your middle linebacker. They let Blake Cashman pretty much free.
Yeah.
Big collision, and he fell forward. So Packers trying to make a statement in that regard, Paul. Aided again by a pass interference penalty to get him down the field. But the Vikings are going to have to respond.
Brandon McManus has not kicked for a month due to a right quad injury. He's the kicker for the extra point. Snap spot. And McManus's kick is good. He's now 17 of 18 on extra points. Green Bay goes 7 plays, 70 yards in 3.5 minutes. Emmanuel Wilson with his second rushing touchdown of the year gives Green Bay a 7-3 lead on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. And the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network driven by Polaris.
Hi, I'm Amy Hockert with Fox 9. Have you downloaded Fox Local yet? Fox Local is how you stream Fox 9 on your TV or your phone for free. You can watch all of our newscasts. Wake up with Fox 9. Original programming.
Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace.
And all your Gopher and Viking shows.
And welcome back to Vikings Game Day Live.
So download Fox Local on your TV or your phone and stay connected to Fox 9 with Fox Local for free.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
For Minnesotans, whatever the season, we live outdoors. And no one knows that better than Polaris, the American power sports company. From tasks to trails or lakes to lanes, with brands like Polaris Slingshot and Ranger side-by-sides, Indy snowmobiles, and Bennington pontoons, Polaris is your partner to think outside. Polaris, proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
Cheese whiz, it's the Pack and the Vikings, 2 teams that don't like each other very much. Tenny B and I get along. We'll talk Vikings-Packers tomorrow, 12 noon, right here on The Fan.
Green Bay 7, Minnesota 3, 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Football fans meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. No Josh Jacobs, no problem so far. Emmanuel Wilson with some nice runs on that opening drive, including a touchdown, and boom! Here's the kick to Miles Price, brings it out from the 2, gets to the 10, 15, 20, heads to the center of the field, taken down at the 28-yard line, and that's where J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings will begin. Now, Vikings fans, McDonald's is teaming with the Vikings to bring you the tastiest season ever. Get a free Big Mac each time the Vikings score 2 touchdowns, $2 minimum purchase required. Taste the victory. Darisaw, Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly out since the doubling game against the Steelers when he took a knee to the head and suffered a concussion. Will Fry's right guard. Brian O'Neill playing in his 16th game against the Green Bay Packers. J.J. McCarthy, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions this year, making his 6th start. He goes under center, the tailback, former Packer Aaron Jones. C.J. Ham motions to the left of Christian Darisaw, first down. There's the snap. They go to Aaron Jones. He goes to the right side, right into the awaiting arms of his former teammate, Rashawn Gary. Aaron will run for 3, making it 2nd and 7.
I think with the offensive line, Paul, sustaining blocks is important. And in that case, it was Brian O'Neill on Rashawn Gary. He got out and got on him, but you have to stay on him. You can't give up the separation and then let him come off and make the tackle. Granted, it's a 3-yard game, but if you could just sustain, you can start turning those 3-yard gains into 5 to 7 because the running game today is going to be so important.
Up front for Green Bay, Rashawn Gary, Michael Parsons, Colby Wooden, and Devontae Wyatt. 2nd down. McCarthy shotgun looking left. He'll swing back to the right to Jones. Shakes the tackle at the 35 of Isaiah McDuffie, and he'll dive ahead to about the 37, gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and right around 1 for Minnesota, which is 0 of 1 on 3rd down.
Now we need to get a moving of the chains here after the momentum that the Packers offense had in taking it straight down the field on the opening drive and scoring a touchdown. So be interesting to see the play selection here. Looks like run.
3rd and 1, McCarthy under center, goes to Jordan Mason. He goes up the middle, bounces off Isaiah McDuffie, and he will run ahead for a gain of 2 yards. Tough love yardage. Got about 6 feet there and 2 yards, but he got a Vikings first down. Got this sold-out packed house at Football Americana, Lambeau Field, to get a little quiet.
Now they're all still standing up, though, so I guess they don't like sitting on benches. They just want to stand up and watch the game the whole time, but they had great job. Quick count, get up to the line of scrimmage, get that yard, move the chains. I like it.
Addison to the left, Justin Jefferson slot right, TJ Hawkinson outside of him, but now he motions to become slot right. The tailback is Jordan Mason, and McCarthy took the snap and he fell back at about the 36-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 3. There were a couple of Packers who came on charging as if they were going to blitz, and they timed it up beautifully. 3-yard loss.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Paul. I think that's the reason why that McCarthy kind of pulled out a little bit too quickly, and the ball hit the ground. So another lost yardage play for this Vikings offense.
McCarthy starts 2 of 5 for 21 yards. He's out of the shotgun. It is 2nd and 13. Jordan Addison in motion to the right to join Justin Jefferson. There's the snap. They're going to run it out of the gun to Aaron Jones. He has a bit of room to the right side, just outside the hash marks, and countered at the 39, gets to the 40, falls ahead to the 41. That's a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards. It'll make it 3rd and right around 8. Minnesota 1 of 2 on 3rd down.
As Rashawn Gary and Devontae Wyatt check in, that's 9.5 sacks between the two of them. So this is the area where Micah Parsons can be disruptive. They're going with the 3-man front. They're going to let Micah Parsons kind of walk around like a linebacker. So keep an eye on him.
Parsons opposite Kelly in the A-gap, and here he comes. McCarthy goes back to pass, straight drop, steps up. He's going to throw short to Hawkinson, caught it at the 45, and he was absolutely destroyed by Isaiah McDuffie, 5th year from Boston College. It's a gain of 4, but short of the first down, so Ryan Wright is punting.
That just took him a little bit too long to get to the check down, Paul. He was staring down Justin Jefferson here on the near side. There was nothing there, and he just got to his check down a little bit late, and that's why Isaiah McDuffie had such a running head start.
Ryan Wright will punt it to Romeo Dobbs. 5:10 and counting to go in the first quarter. There's a big rush. Wright with a long punt inside the 10. Takes a right-handed bounce out at the 2. Ryan Wright with his 16th punt inside the 20. Pins the home team back at the 2-yard line. And Green Bay has a 7-3 lead with about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Back shortly. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
This is how your feet feel in a pair of bad-fitting shoes. And This is how your feet feel in a pair of great-fitting shoes from Trade Home Shoes. Trade Home Shoes, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings, has been delivering premium footwear for over 100 years. We are Minnesota-based, employee-owned, and here to help your whole family find shoes that fit. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Hey Vikings fans, Ben Lieber here. Looking for a healthy place for the entire family? Well, Lifetime, the official athletic country club of the Minnesota Vikings, champions healthy, happy lives for every member of the family. My daughter loves to meet her friends at Warrior Sculpt, and my boys, they love to compete on the pickleball courts, and it gets scrappy. With over 25 clubs in the Twin Cities area that feature 100 classes a week, spacious workout floors, a relaxing spa, healthy cafe, and so much more, families truly can do it all at Lifetime. Get your family going today at lifetime.life to find a location near you.
Vikings faithful, listen up. Your game day checklist is more than wearing purple and gold. It's about victory from the first play to the final whistle. During tense, close calls, Dove shampoo, body wash, and deodorant keep you fresh and dry from head to toe. And what's a true Vikings tailgate without the secret weapon to sliders and sides, Hellman's Real Mayo. Then when post-game dishes pile up like a defensive line, 7th generation detergent is the powerhouse that blitzes through the grease and grime. Stock up on Dove, Hellman's, and 7th generation. And Skol Vikings.
Vikes fans, you know the drill. Game day isn't game day without the right lineup off the field. That's why I roll with Top 10 Liquors, the preferred liquor store of the Minnesota Vikings. Whether it's beer for the tailgate, bourbon for a celebratory pour, or even the latest seltzers, Top 10's got your game day covered. With 15 convenient metro locations, there's always a Top 10 nearby. Stock up today and make sure your next watch party feels like a win. Top 10 Liquors, more than a liquor store.
This is Vikings Packers on the Fan. Here's Paul Allen.
Welcome back to Lambeau. After an incredible punt, the Packers take over on their own 2-yard line. And guys, after the last defensive series, it was a 7-play scoring drive, and we did not see Dallas Turner one time on defense. I checked in with the Viking staff. They said, hey, there's nothing going on, no injury designation, nothing's going on, and so be it. He's out there for this next defensive stat, so all is well.
Well, we saw plenty of Jordan Love, who goes back to pass out of the end zone, throws right, caught Christian Watson near the sideline at the 7, and the lanky NDSU product will reach out for an 8-yard gain, making it 2nd and 2. So Jordan Love has started 4 of 4 for 45 yards. Now, he's 1-3 against this Brian Flores defense in his career. Been sacked 8 times. Yards per attempt, 6.3 against the Flores defense. What we're seeing so far is antithetical to any of that. Jordan Love, 6-year from Utah State, is hot. It's 2nd down. He goes under center. The tailback, Emmanuel Wilson. He has a touchdown. Toss left to Wilson. He's smacked right after he gets the ball. Falls ahead to the 11-yard line. Blake Cashman and other Vikings bring him down. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and short for Green Bay. The Packers are 1 of 1 on 3rd down.
We've been getting a lot of mileage out of the corner blitz. In that case, we had Byron Murphy make a couple plays a week ago. That time it was Isaiah Rodgers blitzing off the edge. So, Paul, I think the hurry-up offense is exactly for to remedy what you're talking about. They don't want to give the Vikings defense a lot of time at the line of scrimmage to change personnel, to get the blitzes all set up and those kinds of things. They're just getting up to the line of scrimmage as quickly as they can.
Love under center on 3rd and 1, 7-3 Packers deep in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Wilson. He'll jump cut to the left and jump cut to the 1st down. Gets to the 15, just inside the numbers. Taken down at about the 18 by Joshua Metellus. Still a run of 7 by Josh Jacobs, replacement, 1st down.
Well, we sent both of our outside linebackers underneath, and really a great job by Wilson to just kind of let those things happen in front of him and keep bouncing it outside. It ends up being a good run for him. So plenty of movement up front. The Vikings are expecting a run in between the tackles, and they got it on the outside instead.
1st and 10 Green Bay from its own 19. Pistol formation. Love in front of Brooks as they put Dobbs in motion to the right. Byron Murphy Jr. sneaks close to the line of scrimmage, and he comes running in as Love throws to the right. Ball's knocked away by Jalen Redmond. Jalen Redmond contributing big again. And it's 2nd and 10 as we remind you to play like a Viking at Mystic Lake, your game day headquarters. Learn more at mysticlake.com. And also buy any Pothole Pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with quick rewards for your chance to score big, like a $500 gift card if the Vikings score a touchdown of 50 yards or more. Today, one lucky fan wins $5,000. Visit quicktrip.com/sweepstakes for details. 2nd and 10 for Green Bay from its own 19 with a 7-3 lead, and Love goes back to pass, bouncing around in the pocket. He throws to the right, incomplete, nearly intercepted. Isaiah Rodgers went diving in front of the tight end trying to bring it in, and an interception for the Vikings would be novel. They only have 3 through 10 games, by far the fewest in the history of Vikings football.
I think on that play it was Dontavian Wicks who they really wanted to go to, but it was a great job by Eric Wilson to just check him. I mean, it was inside the 5-yard line, so it's totally legal to do, but he knocked Wicks completely off of his feet, so there was nowhere for Jordan Love to go.
Green Bay 2 of 2 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 10 from its own 19. Love claps for the ball out of the shotgun. Here comes a big blitz, and somebody got through in the middle. So Love throws it over the middle. Caught Dontavian Wicks at the 35. First down, Green Bay on a cold-blooded 14-yard connection from Jordan Love to Dontavian Wicks. Eric Wilson an inch from a sack.
Yeah, that was reminiscent of what he did, what Jordan Love did a week ago with Savion Williams. With really on 3rd down and 10, he just kind of threw up a Hail Mary. That's kind of exactly what that was. There was a free rusher right up the middle, and Blake Cashman spent too much time on the disguise and couldn't get himself back to where he needed to be.
First down, Green Bay. Love, play action from under center. Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins trying to run him down, so Love throws it away to the right side looking for Christian Watson. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 with 2:03 to go in the first quarter. Emmanuel Wilson scored a rushing touchdown on Green Bay's first offensive possession. It went 7 plays, 70 yards. The Vikings got the ball first, got a couple of first downs, and then were stopped, but Will Reichert hit from 52. 7-3 Green Bay.
Yeah, how valuable has Will Reichert been this year, Paul? I mean, the guy 52 yards outside, had plenty of distance on that kick, so we just need to get to about the 35-yard line for points today.
Play clock down to 5 as they break the huddle. And false start, Green Bay. False start, Green Bay. They have Malik Heath in the game.
False start, number 86. Offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's tight end John Fitzpatrick. And I know you watch a lot of film up to games. This 86 John Fitzpatrick in like the protection and the running game. Holy cow, he's a monster.
Yeah, he is, and he and Josh Weil are doing most of the blocking, and it was a great job by Andrew Van Ginkel to kind of feign the blitz and get up there and not cross the line of scrimmage, but pull the offense offside.
2nd and 15 from the Green Bay 28. This possession began at the 2. 7-3 Green Bay. Love out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Jordan looking left and throwing left. Incomplete for Christian Watson at the 45-yard line as Christian goes toppling into the Packers bench. Likewise for Harrison Smith. The Hitman, by the way, is playing his 26th game against the Green Bay Packers. That includes the playoffs. It's now 3rd and 15 for Green Bay, which is 3 of 3 on 3rd down.
And what's been getting us on these is Fabian Moreau checks in. It's just the short throws and the runs after the catch. So you got to make sure that you tackle here. We're doing a better job on the high lows on the outside like on that last play. But if this throw gets out quickly, we got to rally and tackle.
3rd and 15 from the 28. Love, shotgun, puts Musgrave in motion to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Love on a very deep drop. Straight drop, he's hit! And he's sacked! Dallas Turner sacks Jordan Love for a loss of 5. Dallas Turner now has 3.5 sacks this season, and Daniel Whelan is in to punt.
Well, they line up Josh Weil on the outside to help with protection, so he's chipping on his way out and does a great job just beating Rasheed Walker underneath. So Rasheed Walker had plenty of time. He had a chip the whole thing. It's just Dallas Turner saw Love step up, came underneath, and bam, came up with the sack. So he missed him on that first drive.
Whelan has had 0 punts blocked through 150. Snap spot. No significant rush. Chaz Chambliss came running up the middle, and here comes Miles Price from about the 15, heads left, gets to the 20, spins away from a Packer, but then he's taken down at the 23-yard line. 1:03 to go in the first quarter. Green Bay leads 7-3 from Lambeau Field on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings are teaming up to put you in the ride of your dreams. Picture this: you behind the wheel of a brand new 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Nice picture. Make it happen. Stop by your local Quick Trip, and for every $1 you spend using Quick Rewards, you'll earn a point to spend in the Vikings Fan Zone. Buy special qualifying products and earn bonus Fan Zone points. Kick off your winning season the right way with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. Details at quicktrip.com/fanzone.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
She's Jan, the ultimate Vikings fan. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Gophers, Wisconsin, Saturday on the audio home for Gophers football. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Some trickery, a double pass. Winston to Robinson in the end. 39-yard touchdown. Giants up over the Lions 10-0. Now back to PA.
All right, Musk. The Minnesota Vikings are at Green Bay today, 4-6 at 6-3-1. Next Sunday at Seattle to take on Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, 7-3 Green Bay, 1:03 to go in the first quarter. First down, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, play action. Boots out to the right, can run if he wants, but he'll throw, and it's caught at the 31-yard line by Justin Jefferson. Quick hitting gain of 7 yards.
We're going to pack her down, Paul. I don't know which DB that was, but he's writhing in pain. Oh, my goodness.
Keyshawn Nixon.
Yeah, he caught one in the mommy and daddy button.
Did he really?
Oh, a heel. Oh.
Yeah, it's Keyshawn Nixon, nicknamed K9. Seventh-year South Carolina. Had a 105-yard kick return touchdown against the Vikings a few years ago. So while they tend to Keyshawn Nixon, the Vikings wait. And with McCarthy's connection there to Justin Jefferson, the touch on the pass was perfection.
Yeah, it was.
Sheer perfection. It wasn't too good. It was perfect.
It was good. It was where it needed to be. The Packers are playing a lot more man-to-man today already than I've seen them earlier this season, and I think a lot of that is their desire to make McCarthy be accurate, right? It hasn't been a strength of his thus far, and they're trying to force the point. So trying to keep tight coverage, try to keep the man-to-man, and so far, McCarthy's really, I think, responded, especially on that bootleg ball. And, we're hyperventilating on an out route to Justin Jefferson, but we need to be. And it was a very, very good throw.
Now, Nixon's replacement is Kamal Hadden, who never plays. So it sounds like you kind of got to go there, but we'll see. Keyshawn Nixon is up, sitting on the bench, said to the trainer, "Thanks." McCarthy's under center. It is second down, 2nd and 3 from the Vikings 31. Handoff Jordan Mason. He'll stutter step to the right. Then he'll fly ahead between the hash marks to the 33-34. Stopped at the 35, gain of 4. And a Minnesota Vikings first down, and they're going to go no huddle.
Yeah, that run on second down is really working. So we've taken 2 second down runs and converted them to first downs.
Former Packer Ben Sims checks into the game. He's slot left. And on 1st and 10 from the 35, McCarthy goes out of the shotgun. Puts Justin Jefferson in motion to the right. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Okey doke. Not working. End of quarter. 7-3 Green Bay from Lambeau on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris. It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design. So let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Celebrate the magic of the season at Winter Solstice at Viking Lakes. Beginning November 21st, Winter Solstice is your destination for holiday fun and winter adventure. Experience the enchanting magic of lights, drive-through experience, gaze upon the 36-foot holiday tree, skate the plaza, cozy up at the warming house, powered by Xfinity, and save the date for the Viking Lakes Ice Festival, returning January 16th. Learn more at wintersolstice.com. That's winter, SKOLSTICE.com.
Metro Transit and the Minnesota Vikings make game day stress-free. Join fellow fans and take Metro Transit to the game. North Star will service all games with Metro blue and green lines and multiple bus routes to carry you the final yard, straight to the gates of US Bank Stadium. No need to worry about parking or downtown traffic. Make your round trip easy with the all-day pass. No standing in line for a ticket after the game. Find your game plan at metrotransit.org/Vikings.
1st and goal, handoff to Wilson, goes up the middle, runs head first into Levi Drake Rodriguez, but he will plunge into the end zone for a Green Bay Packers touchdown, and Green Bay leads 6-3.
Welcome back to Lambeau Field. Vikings 1st and 10 on our own 35-yard line. And guys, we've had 7 rushes in this game. Interesting little trend here. All 7 rushes start to the right side, to the right of Ryan Kelly. That last first down conversion, though, started to the right, and it did bend back and pick up the first down. But they see something on the left side of this Packers defense.
McCarthy, 4 of 7, 33 yards under center. First down from his own 35. Handoff Jordan Mason, and Jordan hits to the right side, hit and stopped at the 39, gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 6.
That's a bit of a statement on that run, as we have C.J. Ham in there as the hammer at fullback, and we ran right into the teeth of an oncoming Packer blitz, Paul, and still were able to pick up almost 5 yards. So they're trying to establish the run, and I like it. It's something that I think is necessary in the development of this young quarterback, and we're sticking to it today, especially on 2nd down. Let's see what we do here.
Offset eye left behind McCarthy, who's under center. The center is Ryan Kelly. Handoff Mason. Room up the middle, and he'll split the difference and head left to the 50, to the Packers 45. He gets to the 40, then he's tripped up at the 38-yard line. It's a 22-yard run by Jordan Mason, and a first down for the Minnesota Vikings.
I cannot wait to hear Ben Lieber's average rushing average on second down. We've been running the ball unbelievably well on that second and 5, second and 7.
McCarthy under center, 1st and 10, offset eye right this time. Hand off to Mason. He tries the right, jump cut to the left. Micah Parsons attempted to tackle him. That was half-hearted. And then Isaiah McDuffie brings him down after a run of 8, maybe 9. So this Minnesota Vikings rushing attack continues to gouge the green and gold. It'll be 2nd and 2, and Keyshawn Nixon, who was kicked in the midsection, still out of the game. His replacement is Kamal Hadden, who now has played all of 4 defensive snaps in his 2-year career. I mean, somehow when you start passing, you've got to find this Kamal Hadden. Offset eye right, McCarthy under center, 2nd and very short. They go right back to Jordan Mason, stutter step to the line of scrimmage, encountered by Packers, but still Mason will fall ahead to the left for a gain of 4, and the Minnesota Vikings first down.
You think a couple booths over from us that Wes Phillips is just smiling ear to ear right now? Right? I mean, old school football.
How about Parsons running against the run?
Yeah, running the football. And, really, it works well. You have Lucas Van Ness out there right now. He wasn't around last week, so you don't have the big Rashawn Garys of the world out in the field.
Offset eye right, the tailback Jones, play action, McCarthy, boots left, throws, caught. It's caught at the 23-yard line by Josh Oliver, who will reach out to the 22, quick hitting gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 with 12 and a half minutes and counting to go in the first half. Green Bay leads 7-3. Currently down Quay Walker, who was inactive. That's their best run stopper and leading tackler. But Keyshawn Nixon, arguably their best corner, has been out a majority of this possession after getting kicked in the midsection, and his replacement is Kamal Hadden. Meanwhile, Carrington Valentine near side opposite Justin Jefferson. 2nd and 6 from the Green Bay 22. Toss right to Aaron Jones. Gets a nice block from C.J. Ham. Turns it up inside the numbers to the 19. Reaches out to the 17. It's a run of 5 by Showtime, and it's 3rd and 1.
And Paul, not only are we getting to see finally the Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal front, but you're also getting to see Jones and Mason go out there and work together and see how they operate so differently. Jordan Mason just north and south, and then you get out there with Aaron Jones, you get that ball to the outside and give him some space because he can read blocks so well. So that running game duo with this offensive line has been working fabulously today.
The Vikings have 6 first downs, 5 by run. 3rd and 1. McCarthy is out of the shotgun, but it's going to be a direct snap to T.J. Hawkinson, who is hit at the line of scrimmage, and I believe it was Hawkinson, whomever it was, he did not get the first down. Yeah, TJ went under center, and he took the snap, but there was no tush push, nobody to push Hawkinson, and that piece of trickery netted nothing. So now it's going to be 4th and very short from the Green Bay 17-yard line. Minnesota 8 of 14 on 4th down this year. Green Bay has faced 23 4th down tries and given up a first down, 14 of them offset eye right behind McCarthy. 4th and 1, trailing 7-3. Handoff Mason up the middle, and he is stopped. He's stopped. In fact, he lost a couple of yards. Kingsley Enagbari, 4th year from South Carolina, with the pivotal TFL. And the Packers turn the Vikings over on downs and do so at the Green Bay 17. We pause on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. Green Bay 7, Minnesota 3. It's Vikings football.
Minnesota deserves a go-to destination for all things high school sports in our state. All the scores, the stories, the stats, live streams, social feeds, photos, personalized team pages, breaking news. One place for everything you're looking for. That's why the Minnesota Star Tribune is launching Strib Varsity. You'll find Minnesota Star Tribune journalism, Minnesota Prep Hub stats and schedules, streams, stories, and more. Strib Varsity is Minnesota's new home for complete high school sports coverage. Sign up today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This season, come home for the holidays to Mall of America, where twinkling lights spark joy, music fills the air, and every corner invites connection and celebration. It's where families gather, friends laugh a little louder, and memories shine long after the season ends. From festive photo ops to one-of-a-kind gifts, every visit feels like a celebration. Warm cocoa in hand, wonder in your heart. This is holiday magic made real, where joy gathers, magic lingers, and togetherness is the true gift. Mall of America. Holidays together.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Straight drop, he's hit, and he's sacked. Dallas Turner.
Now, back to Vikings football on The Fan.
7-3 Green Bay, second quarter Lambeau. Polaris, the American Power Sports Company, is proud to salute and honor veterans and service members. We thank you for your service. Unreal is back with its limited edition Vikings drop. Head to unrl.com for details. So the Vikings get stopped on 4th and short. Here comes Jordan Love and the Packers with a 7-3 lead. 1st and 10, handoff Emmanuel Wilson, runs to the right side, right into the back of center Sean Ryan. Bounces off 2 Vikings at the 25, and he'll forge ahead to the 29 for a run of 11 that should have been a run of 4, and it's a first down for Green Bay.
Yeah, way too much on the ground, especially on a second effort. And, you know, as much as their offensive line has been moved around, Jordan Morgan and Zach Tom do a very good job on the double teams, and they can move bodies up front, throw Sean Ryan in there. And that was exactly what that was. That was just fire off the ball, double team up front, stay on it, and they were able to bust that thing for a first down.
1st and 10 from the Green Bay 29. Offset pistol with Love in the short shot. Wilson behind him, tight end Wiley to his left. And on first down, they run Wilson up the middle. He runs through a Metellus tackle, or attempted tackle at the 34, and he'll fall ahead for a gain of 7 yards. Emmanuel Wilson, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, one of the things we lose when we take Eric Wilson and put him out as an outside linebacker like they're doing on this drive again is Josh Metellus ends up being like a linebacker, and he was a little late on that read, which gave up the 7 yards. So the personnel changes are putting people in different spots, and for Josh Metellus, he's just got to do a little bit better job playing in between the tackles because he's a linebacker right now.
2nd and 3, tight end Fitzpatrick in motion to the right. Fellow tight end Wiley now joins him to the right. Tailback Wilson, and they go to Emmanuel, and Emmanuel goes nearly to the ground by Eric Wilson back at the 35. He slowed him nicely. Theo Jackson and a couple of other Vikings hit him and stop him after a gain of 2. Joshua Metellus on the field, definitely in pain, holding his left leg, so we have a play stoppage. Joshua Metellus is down with 8:46 to go in the first half, and Green Bay leads 7-3 on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. Back shortly, it's Minnesota Vikings football.
Imagine being the wizard of your home. With Xfinity Wi-Fi, you can boostify speeds for the moments that count and magically pause Wi-Fi to any device. And now you can cast a spell to stop time and keep your internet bill the same for 5 years with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Equipment included, no contracts or commitments. Xfinity, imagine that. And see Wicked for Good, only in theaters November 21st. Restrictions apply, select plans only.
All right, team, huddle up. It's game time at Mystic Lake. Score season-long prizes with drawings, giveaways, and more action at the official casino of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch a $15 round-trip ride to U.S. Bank Stadium for a Minnesota Vikings home game with Mystic Lake Game Day Park and Ride. And raise a glass to victory with game day food and drink specials at Hop House, the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination. Check out the latest casino promotions at mysticlake.com. You don't want to miss out.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
When the game is over, it's time to relax. No matter if it's a win or loss, you always win at Spalon Montage, the Twin Cities' premier salon and spa destination for over 25 years. With convenient locations in Edina, Woodbury, and Chanhassen, there's a Spalon close to you. Right now, football fans, you can get a bonus when you give the gift of Spalon. Purchase a $175 gift certificate and receive a $25 gift certificate for yourself. Visit Spalon.com now or call 952-915-2900.
It's Chris Hockey coming to you live from Lambeau Field. PA looks great today. Look at that hair. Hey, I'll be on tomorrow morning live, 5:30 to 9, breaking down this game with the guys, Ben Lieber, Mike Mussman, and a cast of thousands right here on The Fan.
All right, Josh Metellus walked off the field under his own power, so that's good news. Stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right on your big screen TV. It is Fox Local. Stay connected to your Vikings with Fox Local. 7-3 Green Bay. It's 3rd and 1 from the Green Bay 38. Handoff Emmanuel Wilson tried the right, swung it back around the left between the hash marks, across the 40, hit and stopped at the 42. That'll be a run of 4, and another Green Bay Packers first down. They improved to 4 of 5 on third down, and remember, Green Bay is number 1 in the NFL for third down conversions.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job converting almost 50% going into this game. And on that last play, we had Blake Cashman was really free. It was a blitz, but he just got lost up in the mix and allowed the first down.
Emmanuel Wilson has run for all of the Packers' first downs, and they toss left on first down to Wilson, and he tries to turn the corner at the line of scrimmage. Blake Cashman hits him at about the 43, and Wilson will get the 46. So still, it's a run of 4 yards, making it 2nd and 6, middle of the second quarter. Blake Cashman off a 14-tackle performance against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, and with that run, the Packers are now with 10 rushing attempts and 11 throwing attempts, passing attempts. So they've kind of evened out. They came out throwing the football, no huddle, and they've since settled down with the extra tight ends and running the football.
Brooks in the game, and Jordan Love's going to go back to pass. He'll throw it to the backup running back, Brooks, who catches it, then is hit and knocked out of bounds by Andrew Van Ginkel at the Vikings 49. It's a gain of 5 yards, so it's another third down for Green Bay, but another third and short. It's just 3rd and 1. They're 4 of 5 on third down, and the extra beat eater, the extra offensive lineman, Darian Kennard, is checked into the game.
It's amazing how many extra offensive linemen we have seen this year, Paul. Right. It's an AFC North thing, obviously, but it's starting to catch on around the league.
Kennard is to the right of Zach Tom, the right tackle. 3rd and 1. Brooks, the tailback. Love under center. Wiley in motion to the left. Handoff. Brooks hit at the line of scrimmage, but he'll grind his way through Blake Cashman and Jalen Redmond for about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. But that's enough for a Green Bay Packers first down. Clock continues to run. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Green Bay 7, Minnesota 3.
And Josh Metellus checks back in, so that's a great sign. It was kind of a nasty hit that he took on the side of his leg from Eric Wilson on the run stop. So hopefully everything's okay. Everything's got to be okay structurally. So it's great to see Metellus get back in there for this defense.
Into the game for Green Bay, Bo Melton. He's a returner. He had a 17-yard run on a trick play against the Giants last game that was very, very nice. Now Melton goes in motion behind Love. However,
first charge timeout.
Timeout Green Bay. Green Bay takes its first timeout. They have 2 remaining. The Vikings have 3 remaining. And we're going to pause for station identification. This right here is Minnesota Vikings football.
This is Border Battle Football on the audio home for Vikings football. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul, The Fan.
Ben Lieber on the sideline. Yours truly, Paul Allen and Pete Bursich, high atop Lambeau Field, behind the Packers bench at about the 30-yard line. First down for Green Bay from the Vikings 47. Hey, did you know you could win 6 free wings when you watch the Vikings play? Score 6 free boneless or traditional wings when the Vikings get a couple of sacks, and they have won this game. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings, Minnesota locations. Jordan Love in the short shotgun. It's the pistol formation. Emmanuel Wilson behind him. And on 1st and 10, handoff Wilson. He'll bounce off right tackle Zach Tom and get to the outside. 45-40. Metellus in spry fashion brings him down at about the 35-yard line still. It is a 9-yard run by Emmanuel Wilson. 2nd and 1.
Yeah, just a huge cutback. And what's happening is Tyron Ingram Dawkins is getting collapsed in a little bit too much. And at the same time, Dallas Turner is getting up the field and turning it back inside. So there's really no one there for the cutback. And it's been a great job by Emmanuel Wilson to just read that thing, not get north and south too quickly, and just let the backside of the defense really open up for him.
They gave him 10, so it's a first down from the Vikings 37. Love out of the shotgun, pistol with Wilson behind him, handoff to Emmanuel Wilson, and Byron Murphy Jr. comes in from the left side of the defense to wrap him up around the ankles. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, what an adjustment really by Brian Flores. I mean, we've seen more corner blitzes this year, Paul, out of our defense than I've seen on any defense in a very, very long time. We saw Isaiah Rodgers earlier. Now, whether it's a called thing, a formation, whatever it is, it's really working well. And Byron Murphy got in there. Great job by Dallas Turner to spill the puller.
2nd and 10. Jordan Love out of the shotgun. Brooks to his left. Wicks in motion to the left. Love back to pass. Sacked once already. Throws middle of the field. Caught first down. Romeo Doubs caught it at the 20. And he's halted by Theo Jackson at the 18. Hits an 18-yard hit. Love to Doubs. First down, Green Bay.
As much as running the football is hurting us, that play right there is you get some pressure on Love, you make him step up, and Wicks just does a great job of settling in the zone, right? Just settling in between the corner and underneath the safety, and the linebacker just couldn't get there. So great job by Love to find the open man.
First down, Jordan out of the shotgun wearing the dark green of the Green Bay Packers, and he's going to hand it to Brooks, and Chris Brooks heads to the left side, hit by Javon Hargrave at the 20, stopped right there. In fact, maybe a tackle for loss. 2nd and 11. Hargrave with a tackle for loss. 2nd and 11. The ball is now back at the 20-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Green Bay gets the ball to begin the second half and has a 7-3 lead. 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 20. Jordan Love calling the game at the line. Brooks to his left. Wicks, Watson, and Doubs to the right. Snap. Love looks that way, throws that way, and it's caught by Romeo Doubs at the 14. It's a gain of 6. So now it's 3rd and 4 for the Green Bay offense, and Green Bay is 5 of 6 on 3rd down.
Yeah, Jordan Love got up to the line of scrimmage and saw Jalen Redmond switched over. They had 3 defensive linemen on one side of the center. You had Blake Cashman walked up, and he just checked it to a quick out route on the outside and was able to get some of that back. Paul, this is a huge 3rd down right here. If you can hold Green Bay to a field goal attempt, you can keep it a 1-score game going into halftime.
12th play of this possession, 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 14. Love out of the shotgun, 2 receivers left and right. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. They get the snap off, blitz up the middle. Love floats out to the right, hit as he throws, incomplete. He threw it right, splitting the difference between Malik Heath and Christian Watson. And now Brandon McManus walks in for his first field goal try in about a month. He had a right quadriceps injury that sent him to the sideline. And in his 12th year from Temple, he's 11 of 17 on field goals this year. He's already hit an extra point today. Punter Daniel Whelan is the holder. The snapper is Matt Orzik. And this will be a 32-yard try, right hash, with 2:28 to go in the first half. Snap spot. Ivan Pace Jr.'s running off the field. I mean, super late. The Vikings had to have had too many guys out there.
Yeah, we did. And I think O'Connell called a timeout before he was even able to kick the football.
We'll see.
So if you can get that timeout,
we'll see.
Which he was calling for it before the ball was even snapped.
Yeah, but why is he even out there anyway?
Well, the problem is
seriously.
The problem is if you get this penalty, it can give Green Bay a first down.
Correct.
So
and then the ball to begin the second half.
Absolutely right.
Come on, Ivan. Seriously, man.
Yeah, it's
the Carl Sheffers.
Well, you gotta have somebody on the field normally that counts, right? If you're going for, if it's a field goal attempt, you have somebody on the defense that counts, and if there's 12, then you run off the field no matter what. So somebody has to be more on top of it, even out in the huddle. You can't just let the coaches decide or count, or anybody in the box or whatever. It takes too long to get that message down.
Yeah.
But O'Connell was running down the sideline yelling timeout way before.
Carl Sheffers, what you got?
First charge timeout.
Okay.
Minnesota.
We'll take it. LaFleur, apoplectic. Got an unsportsmanlike call against him in this building last year when the Vikings were here. And he needs to be careful right now because about the same thing might be happening. But meanwhile, the A topic is Ivan Pace Jr. just really having no idea what's happening.
Yeah, it's the hardest job. I mean, special teams, that if you're a coach, it's a hard job. It's something you practice, who's on and who's off in all these different unique situations.
Let's go to Ben.
Yeah, guys, definitely seems like IP made the mistake. He comes off the sideline, and Matt Daniels, the special teams coordinator, comes over to him right away, consoles him, kind of explains to him. Bo Richter's on the field, making sure he's got the right count. All is good because we got the timeout called.
32-yard try, right hash by McManus. Snap spot. McManus. It's good. And Green Bay has a 10-3 lead with 2:25 to go in the first half from Lambeau Field on the KFAN. Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Every team needs a top pick, and every home does too. That's why pros and homeowners choose Anderson, the #1 trusted window and door brand. Built to last through every season, Anderson makes it easy with windows and doors that perform as great as they look. So whether it's scoring style points or tackling tough weather, you can trust your home to Anderson, the official window and door partner of the Minnesota Vikings. 2024 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors, builders, architects, and homeowners. For warranty info, visit AndersonWindows.com.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
There ain't much frozen tundra at Curly Lambeau Field today. Vikings-Packers will discuss the game tomorrow, noon to 3, right here on the Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery with a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Mason Rudolph is in for, of course, Aaron Rodgers. He's thrown an interception, but somehow the Steelers still have a lead over the Bears, 14-7. It's Drake May staying hot. He's got a touchdown, 68 yards, 14-10. The Patriots over the Bengals next week. We take on the Seahawks. They're up over the Titans as Darnold has thrown a touchdown, has 102 yards. They're up 13-3 over the Titans. And you've got Winston with 2 touchdowns, 17-7 Giants over the Lions. Now back to PA.
All right, Muss. Happy Sunday, Mike Mussman, and everybody listening to the FM 100.3 KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network. Green Bay leads 10-3, 2:25 to go in the first half. Packers just went 14 plays, 68 yards. They took 8 minutes and a second to do it. Had 5 first downs on that possession. Got a Brandon McManus field goal to make it 10-3. And now they're set to kick off. McManus with the right-footed kick, end over end, to Ty Felton at the 7. And the Maryland rookie gets to the 10, 15, 20, gets a block from Price at the 25. Decent return by Ty Felton, held onto the ball. A 21-yard return. 2:20 to go in the first half. Green Bay 10, Minnesota 3. And here comes J.J. McCarthy and a Vikings offense that has been run first. They've run 14 times for 73 yards. They've thrown 8 times for 37 yards. McCarthy's 5 of 8, 37 yards. Jordan Mason, 7 runs, 44 yards. Aaron Jones, 5 runs, 28 yards. Justin Jefferson, a couple of catches for 22 yards. And McCarthy's going to go out of the shotgun. Aaron Jones by his side. T.J. Hawkinson in motion to the right of Jordan Addison. Addison with no catches. It's 1st and 10 from the 22. Ryan Kelly at center. Snaps it back to McCarthy. He'll toss right. Aaron Jones with a bit of room. He'll cut to the left. Now to the right across the 30 outside the numbers. Hit and stopped at the 35. Run of 8 yards by Aaron Jones. And it's 2nd and 2. And that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. Vikings ball. Packers lead. 10-3 Green Bay. 2 minutes to go in the first half from Lambeau on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
What's the difference between banks and a credit union like Wings? One word: ownership. Banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go to shareholders. At Wings, you own it, literally. So profits are reinvested in your financial experience in the form of member-exclusive rates, robust digital services, and locations throughout Minnesota. No one likes switching, but it's time to stop missing out on the benefits of financial ownership. Visit wingcu.com/own-it. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
She's Jan, the ultimate Vikings fan. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Hey Vikes fans, it's head coach Kevin O'Connell. Join PA and I Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. to talk about today's game and look ahead to our next opponent, right here on the audio home for Vikings football, KFAN.
Welcome back to Lambeau Field, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first of 2 matchups this year between the Vikings and their border rivals, the Green Bay Packers. It's Border Battle 130. Kevin O'Connell, 4-2 lifetime against Green Bay. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Minnesota with 2 timeouts remaining. Likewise for Green Bay. Packers lead 10-3. 2nd and 2 for Minnesota from its own 35. J.J. McCarthy. He's out of the shotgun. It's a gun run to Aaron Jones up the middle. And Rashawn Gary corrals him near the line of scrimmage. He'll give Jones a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 1 with 1:48 and counting to go in the first half. And Minnesota is 1 of 4 on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was, you needed to get the first down on that play, Paul, because now you're wasting at least 40 seconds in the huddle here trying to run the football. It's like, come on, we got to have a sense of urgency here.
Right.
In and out. You don't have a lot of time left. Down to a minute 28.
And the Packers still have a Keyshawn Nixon replacement named Kamal Hadden playing his first defensive snaps of his career. They haven't thrown his way one time. 3rd and short. Handoff. Jones plunging up the middle to the 40, to the 41. First down with a 4-yard run. Clock runs. 111, 110, 109. And now the Vikings are in a hurry. They're going tempo with Jefferson left and Addison right. Jones, the tailback to the right of McCarthy on 1st and 10. JJ gets the snap. 4-man rush. Micah Parsons blocked nicely by Darisaw. Pass to the left. Caught by Jefferson. One of the better catches you're going to see or hear about all season. He caught it at the 40-yard line. 18 for 18. He was in tight quarters with Evan Williams, the safety. 41 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Minnesota from the Green Bay 40. Packers lead 10-3. Welcome to the show. McCarthy's out of the shotgun, facing a blitz. JJ steps up, throws left, incomplete. Missed Jefferson, who was breaking the route to his left, covered by Valentine. 2nd and 10.
Wow, what a throw a play ago to Justin Jefferson, Paul. I mean, it was right over the fingertips of Carrington Valentine, who dropped 2 interceptions last week against the New York Giants. So we're only about 6 yards from being in range for a field goal. So not getting the first down here is not going to kill us, but with 2 timeouts left at 29 seconds, we should be able to get a couple plays in.
2nd and 10, Addison in motion to the left. McCarthy out of the shotgun. McDuffie blitzes, is picked up by Jones. JJ bouncing around, and he's sacked. JJ McCarthy sacked back around the 48-yard line, and he's sacked by Warren Brinson. Warren Brinson, a rookie from Georgia. Holy cow, 7-yard loss and a timeout.
Wow. Yeah.
Warren Brinson.
Yeah, he and Isaiah McDuffie getting in there, and he had plenty of time to throw. He just tried to duck and step up, and unfortunately, the sack is not what you wanted, just because it kills you in field position, Paul. Right? I mean,
that's the first sack of Brinson's career.
Yeah, and in this situation, you get the ball coming out at halftime, so you just want to end this half on a good note. You have an opportunity here. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to get the first down, but to be in field goal range. So just don't go backwards anymore.
McDuffie finished off McCarthy after Brinson started it. J.J. McCarthy out of the shotgun on 3rd and 17 from the Packers 47. Back to pass, throws to Jones, right side, caught at the 45, bounces off Valentine at the 43, falls ahead to the 41 for a catch of 6. And with 15 seconds to go in the first half, the Minnesota Vikings make that the Green Bay Packers will take a timeout. So the Vikings and Packers each have 1 timeout. This would be about a 58-yard field goal try by Will Reichert if they opt for the field goal. Otherwise, it's 4th and 11 from the Green Bay 41.
Yeah, with 15 seconds, Green Bay has 1 timeout. So the only thing would be is if you do miss this field goal, Green Bay is going to have outstanding field position because they get the ball where the ball is placed on the snap. So some decisions are going to have to be made here on the Vikings sideline. And it looks like we're going to try to kick the field goal.
58-yard try or thereabouts for Will Reichert, who has a long of 62. He's 20 of 22 this year on field goals. He already hit today from 52, going the opposite direction. Will Reichert is 7 of 9 this year from 50-plus. This will be a 59-yard try, right hash. Snap spot. Kick. Leg. Excellent. Accuracy. Yes!
Wow.
Holy cow, is this kid good? That's a 59-yard make by Will Reichert, which means he has passed Greg Joseph for the 2nd most makes of 50 and beyond in Minnesota Vikings history. He now has 16, which puts him 8 behind Blair Walsh. 10-6 Green Bay. 10 seconds to go in the first half.
Wow, Will Reichert has become such a weapon, Paul. And it's exactly the momentum that the Vikings needed going into halftime to cut this lead from 7 to 4. Now, the Packers have 10 seconds. They're probably not going to have a lot of time to do anything with it after the kickoff return. So coverage team's got to do their job, and McCarthy and the crew can get back out at the beginning of the second half and hopefully get a touchdown on the board. But a good chunk of momentum right there. And even in a 2-minute situation, the Vikings still continuing to run the football.
If you watch the tail end of that replay with Reichert hitting the 59-yard field goal, Kingsley Enagbare gave Will Reichert a look and almost put his fist out to fist bump him. He was
damn.
dang, wow.
Yeah. That was nice. Yeah, and that was pretty cool. And then he had it. That was another. He had another 5 yards to spare on that. Will Reichert is just unbelievable right now.
And boom! There's the kick. Rookie Savion Williams will catch it waist high, about 7 yards deep in the end zone. Take a knee, and the touchback will bring the Green Bay Packers offense onto the field with 10 seconds to go in the first half. They'll start from their own 35. 10-6 Green Bay. The only touchdown, Emmanuel Wilson with a rushing touchdown on Green Bay's first possession. 7 plays, 70 yards, 3.5 minutes in the first quarter. Wilson with a rushing touchdown. Now, there was kind of a controversial play on that possession. It was a pass interference call for 24 yards on Joshua Metellus that put Green Bay in position to get that touchdown. Jordan Love takes the knee, and we go to halftime. Green Bay gets the ball to begin the second half and has a 10-6 lead from Lambeau. Back shortly on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price, a proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Vikings fans, sometimes you need to play defense when you shop online. So many websites these days ask you to store your card numbers with them, and it's time to blow the whistle on that. Participating banks and credit unions are now offering Pays, an online checkout service with added security. With Pays, your card numbers stay hidden from merchants. Now that's protecting your pocket. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at Pays.com. That's PAZE.com.
Vikings fans, meet the MVP of flavor, the Humble Goat. Our cranberry cinnamon goat cheese earned second place in the World Champion Cheese Contest, and our plain goat cheese just scored second at the American Cheese Society Awards. Smooth, creamy, healthy, and perfect for game day and every day. Find the Humble Goat cheese at your local store, and don't forget, Humble Goat protein powder is fueling fans everywhere. Available now on Amazon. World class and Minnesota proud.
Vikings football heard here. On FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Minnesota Vikings halftime report is presented by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Now live from the KFAN studios, here's Mike Mussman.
10-6 at the half. Packers have the lead in Green Bay, and here are your halftime stats presented by Lumen, official technology partner of the Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, 7 of 11, 62 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's a passer rating of 78.6. Mason on the ground, 7 carries, 44 yards. That's 6.3 a carry. Jones on the ground, 8 carries, 42 yards. That's 5.3. Justin Jefferson, 3 receptions, leading the way. 41 yards so far in that first half. Now on the other side, you got Jordan Love. He's 8 of 13, 88 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 81.6 on his passer rating. Wilson on the ground, 13 carries, 55 yards, going at 4.2 an average. And also he has a touchdown that he ran in as well. Wicks has 2 receptions for 32 yards, leading the way there. In all in that first half, 17 carries for 86 yards for your Minnesota offense. Passing, just 11 passes for 62 yards. And Green Bay actually ran the ball more than they passed as well. And there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right there on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and then stay connected with your Minnesota Vikings and local news with Fox local. A 59-yard field goal good. Will Reichert there just at the end of the first half makes it 10-6 and located at Eden Prairie Center. Wildfire offers steaks, chops, and seafood in a modern-day 1940s supper club. You can join them for lunch, dinner, carry out. You can plan your next event in one of their private rooms, or you can let them cater to your home or office. Just visit wildfirerestaurant.com. 10-6, Packers have the lead. Chris Hockey from the Power Trim Morning Show is going to join me next. This is Vikings football.
It's time to score a touchdown with the best deck you'll ever have, and it's courtesy of TimberTech and TimberTech.com. TimberTech is #1 in premium decking. There are myriad reasons why. One is they're the leaders in design. So let them ship you free samples at no charge. Choose up to 4 decking samples to see which realistic wood styles are best for you. Start at TimberTech.com. Behold, it's TimberTech.com.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Offer ends December 1st. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Smart beds start at $9.99. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today. Official sleep and wellness partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Viking speculation all week long on Minnesota's home for football. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
First and goal, handoff to Wilson, goes up the middle, runs head first into Levi Drake Rodriguez, but he will plunge into the end zone for a Green Bay Packers touchdown, and Green Bay leads 6-3.
Paul Allen on the call, the lone touchdown in the first half, 10-6. Packers have the lead. You can showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as the Jameson Football Fanatic of the Week. Enter at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prizes and also a grand prize. You got to be 21 or over to play. Off we go to Lambeau. Chris Hockey from the Power Trim Morning Show is there in Green Bay. And Chris, I thought it was really interesting, the run game from your Minnesota Vikings. I rattled this off. 17 attempts, 86 yards. They only had 11 passes for 62 yards. They are definitely moving that line.
Yeah, it's working. You know, let's stay with that, right? I mean, we have an opportunity here. This game is here for the taking, and I'm telling you, the defense is going to start getting to their quarterback. They've been so close the entire first half. Forrest is going to figure something out, but I like what we're doing on offense. Make it a surprise when we throw the ball. Get the quarterback out of the pocket and let him throw when he's on the run. He seems to like that. I think this game is here for the taking.
You know, and here's the thing with J.J. McCarthy and what they're doing with the pass game so far. I mean, yeah, he had a beautiful pass to Jets for 19 yards there at the end of the second quarter. Beautiful, beautiful pass, but otherwise keeping it real short and keeping it right in front of him.
Absolutely. Again, let him play football a little bit. Let him get comfortable. Let him, kind of deal with exactly what he's seeing out there and play quarterback a little bit. I like the entire offense and the way we're moving things right now. I thought, or maybe it was the first series where we were running a little bit and then we went 3 passes in a row and went out, on downs. I think maybe the coaches looked at themselves and let's stay with the running backs a little bit here. And they're going to continue to do that as long as we have success. I think they should.
Vikings fans, buy any pothole pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with quick rewards, and it's your chance to score big. One weekly winner is going to win a $500 gift card, and if the Vikings score a touchdown over 50 yards that week, one lucky winner gets $5,000. QuickTrip.com sweepstakes for details. 59-yard field goal, Reichert outdoors. That was a bomb.
Even the opponents were impressed by that kick, and he had probably another 5 yards on it. But also, credit where credit's due to the offensive lineman for keeping the defensive lineman from reaching up and getting at a ball that obviously had to be kicked at a trajectory that was kind of low. That was a heck of a thing, man. We are in this game, and I think anything is possible. And if we get just an opportunity a little bit here to continue putting in those blitzes like we've been doing, Cashman's going to get to him. We're seeing Dallas Turner play a big game, which we've all been waiting on. So it could happen.
There's one thing, though, with this Hawk is that when we were coming into this game, we were talking about the Packers and their O-line. They have a bunch of injuries. Everybody was concerned about their center and how he's been playing, but yet they've been handling the Vikings front five pretty well.
They really have, even some of the blitzes that I've been talking about. But again, I think there's going to be something that Flores saw that you and I didn't see, that he's going to put some kind of wrinkle in. I'm telling you, from way up here, where it's like I'm playing a video game, I'm seeing we are very, very close on this. I think we will start getting to him, and that's when Jordan Love is just not at his best.
Hockey, you are the best. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Let's have some fun.
All right, Chris Hockey there from the Power Trip Morning Show there at Lambeau Field. 'Tis the season. Join the Vikings and KFAN at the Eden Prairie Shields, that is, on December 2nd from 5:30 in the morning until 6:30 p.m. to support Toys for Tots. Donate a toy and share your holiday spirit. It is 10-6. Packers have the lead, and we've got Paul Allen, Pete Bursich, Ben Lieber on the sidelines. They're going to take it over here in the second half. And by the way, Green Bay gets the ball to start off the second half on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Hey, Vikings fans, are you ready to grow your own Super Bowl team? GPAC has 34 years in the recruiting game, and we're here to help you source top talent across multiple industries nationwide. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit gogpac.com today. That's GOGPAC.com. GPAC, your friends in South Dakota and proud supporters of the Minnesota Vikings. Skol Vikings and go GPAC.
For Minnesotans, whatever the season, we live outdoors. And no one knows that better than Polaris, the American power sports company. From tasks to trails or lakes to lanes, with brands like Polaris Slingshot and Ranger Side-by-Sides, Indy Snowmobiles, and Bennington Pontoons, Polaris is your partner to think outside. Polaris, proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
Back to Vikings football on Minnesota's station for sports, FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Welcome back to Lambeau Field. Green Bay 10, Minnesota 6. And Green Bay gets the ball to begin the second half. We have some quick trivia for you. Who caught the 6th touchdown pass thrown by Tommy Kramer against the Packers in a September 1986 game? Was it Darren Nelson, Steve Jordan, Hassan Jones, or Mike Mularkey? The answer, D, Mike Mularkey.
What a bunch of malarkey.
And that's no malarkey. That's trivia provided by Quick Trip. Vikings fans, please pick up a commemorative Pepsi Vikings Cup at U.S. Bank Stadium or participating Hy-Vees. You can do so fast and fresh, and also at Buffalo Wild Wings locations for your chance to win Victor's Ride or other great prizes. Vikings fans deserve Pepsi, so Skull. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen, and a very evenly matched first half from a statistical standpoint. Vikings with 141 yards, Green Bay with 140. Minnesota 86 rushing yards, Green Bay 56. Vikings 55 passing yards, Green Bay 84. Vikings ran 29 offensive plays at 4.9 yards per play. Green Bay ran 30 at 4.7 yards per play. Green Bay has 11 first downs. The Vikings have 8. But here's the rub, so to speak. Green Bay 5 of 7 on third down, and the Vikings 0 of 1 on fourth down, and they got stopped at the Green Bay 17. Boom! There's the Will Reichert kick taken by rookie Savion Williams. He gets to the 15-20, heads to the left side, and is captured and taken down at about the 28-yard line. And it's undrafted rookie Chaz Chambliss who brings him down, and Jordan Love. And the Green Bay Packers offense out onto the field. Love, 8 of 13, 88 yards, passer rating 81.5. Emmanuel Wilson filling in for Josh Jacobs, who was inactive. 13 runs, 55 yards, and the game's only touchdown. Dontavian Wicks, a couple of catches for 32 yards, the leading receiver for the green and gold. Out of the pistol formation on first down, handoff Emmanuel Wilson. Blake Cashman comes firing through the middle to capture him at the 31, gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, much better job by the defensive line for the Vikings to capture the line of scrimmage as Green Bay's hurrying it up again like they did in the first half.
Empty backfield, Love back to pass, throws left, caught Wilson, and he makes a Viking miss at the 35, and he'll run in front of the Vikings bench for a first down to the 42. Byron Murphy Jr., the one who whiffed on the tackle, 10-yard gain, first down.
Yeah, in a game like this, a 10-yard pass all of a sudden seems like a humongous play, right? These teams have not just buzzed up and down the field. This has been a run-heavy affair. I mean, you're only an hour and a half into this football game and we're already starting the third quarter. So both teams being conservative, keeping it on the ground, but you have to think that Green Bay at some point is going to take a shot deep to Watson.
Extra offensive lineman Darian Kennard in. Love looking to pass, back to pass, sees nothing, runs to the right, gets to the 40, 45, 50 into Vikings territory to the 45-yard line. A 13-yard run by Jordan Love and a first down for the Green Bay Packers as we run down to Ben Lieber.
Yeah, guys, we talked about at the beginning of the game, are we going to blitz this team or not? We did see a lot of blitzes in the first half up the inside in the A and B gaps, which is a patented B-flow thing, but it got stopped. The O-line for this Packers offense did a great job of sliding and not exposing their running back. So in the game of chess that we're playing out here, let's see what adjustments that we can make to get some more pressure on Jordan Love.
1st and 10 from the Vikings 45. Love gives it to Wilson, and fellow Wilson, Eric Wilson, his former teammate, gets him behind the line of scrimmage for a tackle for loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. That is the 10th tackle for loss this season by the former Packer Eric Wilson.
Now it's Theo Jackson as well, blitzing off the far side, and they tried to run a counter to the near side of the Packers bench, and we had too many white jerseys in the backfield. So a play ago, they did try to take that shot deep to Christian Watson, and Love just pulled that thing down and ran it, and ended up being one of the bigger plays. So 2 10-yard plays have really bookended this drive so far.
2nd and 11, Jordan Love goes out of the shotgun. 1 receiver right, 2 left, the tailback Chris Brooks. Vikings rush 4. Love, pump, been sacked once. Now he swings it right to the backup tailback, Wilson. Van Ginkel runs him down and pushes him out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. That's going to be another tackle for loss for Green Bay. That's going to be a loss of 4 yards. So now it's 3rd and 15 from the 50. Green Bay, number 1 in the NFL on third down conversions, is 5 of 7, but this one's a doozy.
Yeah, it is. And again, the tackling on the Viking side. I mean, even if he throws the outlet and throws it short, we just got to bring him down quickly because of their limited range, let's call it, on field goals. This is a huge play.
Dobbs right, Wicks and Watson left on 3rd and 15 from the 50. Love claps for the ball, 3 on the play clock. Snap. Vikings rush 5. Love fires over the middle. Incomplete. He short hopped Dontavian Wicks, who was open. Cashman, Hitman, et al. got into the backfield pretty nicely. And Green Bay gets the ball to begin the second half, gets a first down, but now Daniel Whelan is in to punt.
Well, we know what the adjustment on defense was. Blitz, right? And blitz the run, blitz everything. Because the Vikings on that drive, I think, blitzed 80% of the time. And Harrison Smith providing the pressure made Jordan Love get rid of it quickly.
Whelan will let it fly from about his own 40. Miles Price heels on the 10. End-over-end production by Whelan. Price is going to let it sail over his head. Nice bounce for Green Bay at the 6. Price ran in there and touched it. What are you doing? It's bouncing about at the 5.
It all depends on who it touched first.
Right, but why is Miles even by the ball?
I have no idea. I mean, the ball did take a weird bounce that way. But when you are going to let it hit the ground, you have to yell scatter, scatter, scatter,
scatter
to those guys that are defending, poison, whatever you want to call it, to get them out of the way.
Green Bay ball.
Are you kidding me?
That's ridiculous. I mean, this is so ridiculous. Seriously, after the special teams L on Devin Duvernay last game, and Price lets it fly over his head, and then for whatever the reason decides to run back by the ball
on the field, because the punt was touched by the return team player and subsequently recovered by the kickers. First down, Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm trying to take another look. It's hard to see for sure. It hit him. Well, it hit him in the face, except he was being face masked. I think it was. Was that Welsh or somebody had him by the face mask, but the ball did hit him in the helmet first.
Yeah, Christian Welch.
You're right, Paul. Get away from the ball.
First and goal from the 5.
Stupid.
10-6, Green Bay leads. Handoff Wilson up the middle, tripped up at the 4, dives ahead to the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Wow.
And a mistake-free game for the Vikings for pretty much the entire first half.
But I mean,
outside of a pass interference, Paul, the no turnovers and the plus-minus thing again is coming back to haunt us. I mean, that puts us at -10 for the season.
Yeah, you're right.
So, man, another special teams turnover.
Second and goal from the 1. A couple of tight ends in motion to the right. Jordan Love under center. Wilson, the tailback. Love points at Harrison Smith. Christian Watson in motion to the left. Love stumbles, hands it to Wilson, reaches out for the end zone, gets the ball over the stripe, and it's a touchdown, Green Bay Packers. 16-6 Green Bay. Where the Vikings defense came out in the third quarter, gave up a first down, but then flustered Love and stopped him nicely. Punter Daniel Whelan punted. Miles Price ran ahead to let it sail over his head, which he did. It bounced at the 5. For some reason, Price ended up running back by the ball. It glanced off of him. Green Bay got it first and goal and now leads by 10.
Yeah, he was trying to block somebody covering the punt from the Green Bay Packers.
Well,
and got blocked into the ball. So it's like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Get out of the way.
McManus. Snap spot. Extra point is good. On the Sleep Number scoreboard, Green Bay 17, Minnesota 6, 10:53 to go in the third quarter. On the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by players.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You're listening to Vikings football.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price. A proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikes fans, you know the drill. Game day isn't game day without the right lineup off the field. That's why I roll with Top 10 Liquors, the preferred liquor store of the Minnesota Vikings. Whether it's beer for the tailgate, bourbon for a celebratory pour, or even the latest seltzers, Top 10's got your game day covered. With 15 convenient metro locations, there's always a Top 10 nearby. Stock up today and make sure your next watch party feels like a win. Top 10 Liquors, more than a liquor store.
Minnesota deserves a go-to destination for all things high school sports in our state. All the scores, the stories, the stats, live streams, social feeds, photos, personalized team pages, breaking news. One place for everything you're looking for. That's why the Minnesota Star Tribune is launching Strip Varsity. You'll find Minnesota Star Tribune journalism, Minnesota Prep Hub stats and schedules, streams, stories, and more. Strip Varsity is Minnesota's new home for complete high school sports coverage. Sign up today at startribune.com/stripvarsity.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. Power Trip returns tomorrow. Lambeau Field is the only stadium in sports where the sinks double as toilets. More jokes like that tomorrow. Bye.
The Green Bay Packers, in serendipitous fashion, take a 17-6 lead. Miles Price called for a fair, and let the ball sail over his head for what he thought would be a touchback. Took a Packers bounce, not the first time in the history of the NFL that's happened. But for some reason, Miles Price decided to run by the football. They glanced off of him. A couple of plays later, Emmanuel Wilson scored his second touchdown, and Green Bay leads by 11. Boom. There's the kick. Here comes Miles Price. From the 5, 10, 15 to the 20. Heads to the middle, 25, 30. He's running angrily and gets to the 35-yard line or somewhere thereabouts. They'll save the 32. And the Minnesota Vikings offense heads onto the field for the first time this half. 10:48 to go in the third quarter. They're going to respot the ball and put it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, so Keyshawn Nixon is still out. And you got Kamal Hatton in there at cornerback still. We've yet to test him.
Yep.
We've yet to go after him. You're facing a 2-score deficit. It might be time right now to let the kid air it out.
McCarthy with C.J. Hammond motion to the right, goes back to pass on first down, pumps and sacked. Michael Parsons got him. Michael Parsons with his 9th sack this year, second of McCarthy today. McDuffie has the other. It's a 7-yard loss. 2nd and 17.
Yeah, he just really backed Christian Darrisaw up into the lap of McCarthy, trying to come underneath and just got through. McCarthy pump faked it. He wanted to get rid of the football but decided not to. And ended up taking the sack, and now it's 2nd and long.
17 to be exact from the Vikings 27, trailing by 11 in the third quarter. Hedger and Cooper sneaks up to the A gap, then backs off. McCarthy back to pass, throws left, caught T.J. Hawkinson at the 31, maybe 32-yard line. Gain of 5, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, another tough situation here, 3rd and 12. This is where the Packers can get creative and put Rashawn Gary and guys like Micah Parsons on the same side. I mean, you're kind of playing into their strengths here. But at some point, we got to test out Kamal Hatton.
Cooper and Parsons next to each other opposite Darrisaw. Gary opposite O'Neal on the other side. 3rd and long, McCarthy back to pass. He's going to flip it right to T.J. Hawkinson, who makes Bullard miss at the 35, but a host of Packers will stop him at the 36. That's a gain of 3. And after the special teams inadequacy and the Emmanuel Wilson touchdown, the Vikings go 3 and out and are punting.
Yeah, not the response that you want, right? I mean, you go out there defensively, make a stop, you make a mistake, and you get down by 11, end up being down by 11 points. You'd like to see the offense go out there and do a little bit more with it. Now that Green Bay has the football back, they're going to have all the time in the world. They got a 2-score lead. They'll just keep running this football and running that clock.
Snap to right, no significant rush. Spiral over the head of Romeo Doubs. Excellent bounce for the Vikings, and Ryan Wright at the 9 to the 8 rolls out of bounds at the 7. Second awesome punt today by Ryan Wright. Sleep number scoreboard, Green Bay has the ball and a 17-6 lead, 8:45 to go in the third quarter, and this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Paul Sutton Bourbon is a namesake bourbon made by our family for 7 generations. Grain to glass, never sourced. Paul Sutton Bourbon, passed down to be passed around.
She's Jen, the ultimate Vikings fan.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this